see, that's a tough call for the left side here. I think I'm gonna go with Giant Baba up against Griffith Berserk, and I just realized I have no means of reading the Twitch chat. So let me do something with that. Let the internet know we're here. Let's see. Nice. Well, you got here before I even told the internet that wrestling was happening, so you are extremely in there. So, in an ideal scenario, Griffith Berserk just gets absolutely obliterated by Giant Baba. But, you know, this game is this game, so who knows what is and is not going to happen there. I did my due diligence. The internet knows that wrestling is here.
Keep up.
Also, I definitely spilled water on my PlayStation earlier. Very distressed. Hopefully that's not a fucked up PlayStation. That'd make me sad. Especially with the Gundam Versus beta coming up next week. Which I will definitely be streaming here at twitch.tv/MondayCindy, as you can see on the ring certs. Shit, should have had some Gundams on my roster this week. I'll get some for next week. And good lord, that big boot from Giant Baba just absolutely flattening Griffith Berserk. God, Griffith just absolutely embarrassing Baba, making him run the full width of this ring 3 times over. Baba proving to be a difficult man to bring down. Just an absolutely mountainous competitor. Baba going for the cover too. Say, like, do wish I knew more about 80s Japanese wrestling, because by all accounts that was a very cool time. Big sit-out lariat. And another. What, Griffith to his feet now. And Baba having enough of Griffith's nonsense. Big dropkick from the big man. Baba lays Griffith out with his pile driver. Cover 1, 2, 3 count fall, and Baba is win. All right. I mean, definitely, you can run that by me literally anytime, any place, if you've got some ideas. With respect to Patreon, I really wish I listened to the internet when they were complaining about Patreon changing their terms of service and making a creator account before Patreon's rate went up. Because now, like, that's a whole other thing. Actually, I don't know what OnlyFans cut is, honestly. It's probably worse than Patreon's, but can't say I've looked into it. And how's it going, Nick? Appreciate you stopping by, as we are about to start another edition of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. But yeah, Blake, just go ahead and yeah, you can either like message me or what have you. Like if you got ideas, I am always down to listen. But we got a couple people here in attendance, so okay. I mean, I guess like you could stream that on Twitch. Huh. Yeah, I don't hate that idea. I'm gonna have to put that one in my back pocket. Fair point. Yeah, I know, like, I mean, not everything now in 2020 coming out of Japan has, like, real English commentary. So, yeah, that's an idea that I don't hate. But, yeah, we got a couple people watching already, so don't want to waste any more of your time. You're already here for the show. And let's see here. Yeah, so clock's about to roll over to 7:30, so let's get this thing on the road. Everybody get on your feet, make some noise as we begin another episode of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. All right, well, welcome Blake's House Wrestling fans. If you were tuned in last week, we had one hell of a program for you as Drew has begun his climb to the top of the mountain in Blake's House Professional Wrestling. However, Cobb picking up a victory over Terrell Benjamin before Drew was able to do so. We very well may have two viable contenders for the top title. Right now, we are actually going to be getting both Cobb and Drew in action tonight. Not head-to-head, but as Cobb takes on Drew's tag team partner Antonio Del Valle in singles action, while Drew attempts to do the same, to accomplish the same feat Cobb was able to do, and win himself, or book himself a ticket to the Terrell Open Challenge by winning the Battle Royal. As he is attempting to figure out exactly what he needs to do to earn himself a title shot. Additionally, of course, we've been following the climb of Baby Man in the hardcore division, and he's going to be going head-to-head tonight up against Judgment Pro Wrestling's own Jon Newton. Let's see. Afraid our graphics department was a little bit lax this week. If you recall, last week, Josh and Brandon went head-to-head for the advantage in this special exhibition, and now we can reveal the details of that special exhibition, as tonight's main event is going to be the 4-on-4 elimination tag team match, and Josh's victory last week has given him the first overall pick and has selected Snoop Dogg to be his partner in this 4-on-4 elimination contest. But let's not waste too much more time. We've already got a match queued up. As I said earlier, the tag team champions, Drew and Antonio, there are no viable contenders for that championship thus far. However, the Alpizars and the Goodwin brothers are going to be going head-to-head in some tag team action as we try to shake out the ranks of the Blake's House Wrestling, Nick's Wrestling Organization, and Judgment Pro Wrestling stables as we figure out who the contenders for both of these tag team championships are going to be in the near future. And on the subject of Judgment Pro Wrestling, want to give a thanks to our sponsors helping us keep the lights on, as JBIII with 5 months a subscriber to this particular channel. But don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's go ahead and get into our first contest right now. And it looks like Eric Alpizar starting us off against Billy Goodwin. Let's see how the Alpizars handle themselves against the Goodwin brothers. Eric, of course, once upon a time the top of the Shoot League mountain, but has begun to refocus his efforts in the tag team division with his wife Linda, but thus far unable to get any major success. The Goodwin brothers have come so very close on so many occasions, getting tag team championship opportunities against both the Sinners, and I believe they have also fought Mag.Lo and Colby when they were working together as a tag team as well. And there's that experience the Goodwin brothers have as a tag team, bringing themselves into that orange Gatorade corner. And Linda trying to fight her way out of these 2-on-1 odds. But right now, the Goodwin brothers just keeping this fight as far away from the Alpizars' corner as they possibly can. Linda finally able to outmaneuver Bobby Goodwin, but taking a moment to seize that advantage for herself. Pinning predicament, only getting a count of 1. Big TKO from Bobby Goodwin. Rolls through cover 1, but only a count of 1. And this is what has sent Linda back to her own corner. And again, powering out of that 2-on-1 disadvantage, that kick to the lower abdomen, while Alpizar and Goodwin battling it out near the top of your screen. And it looks like Billy Goodwin gaining the upper hand, at least for the time being. But trying to outstrike just a competitor as fierce as Eric Alpizar, so very dangerous. Those kicks are absolutely lethal as Alpizar delivering those clinch kicks and putting that MMA experience to good use. A series of throws gives him the advantage, and just a boot square in the chest, and that's going to send Billy Goodwin back to his own corner. Big Pele kick, and Alpizar is fired up as he begins to work the legs and neck of Bobby Goodwin. Goodwin able to break the hold relatively quickly, and hold on now, going high risk in that orange Gatorade corner. But Alpizar powers out of that, and big double stomp in the chest. And Eric now going back to his own corner, bringing his wife Linda in. Big double drop kick. Linda has plenty of opportunity here. See what she does with it. As a big snapmare, Linda now going high risk. Big boy senton, but collides with nothing as Bobby Goodwin able to roll out of the way and locks on the giant swing. Linda going to go back to her own corner. That senton off the top certainly did some damage. And hold on a second, flapjack and cutter from the Goodwin brothers. And moonsault fall, cover 1, but only 1. Alpizar has survived the octagon, and he will survive the Goodwin brothers' offensive onslaught as he delivers a series of kicks. As he locks on this combination arm and neck hold. And hold on just a moment here. Big body slam as both of the Goodwin brothers now big moonsault fall, cover 1, and only a count of 1. That's going to send Alpizar back to the blue Gatorade corner. But both teams having a bit of issues getting their tandem offense together, but big boot to the head. Now, once again, another kick right into that lower abdomen, and a second one for good measure. Now these two warriors just battling it out, but once again, the Goodwin brothers keeping this fight as far away from their opponent's side of the ring as they're able to do so. Big shining enziguri and boot to the back of the head, and hold on just a moment here. Bit of a 3-in-1 double arm and leg lock, and that's going to clear out both aprons. Alpizar able to make the save, and absolutely devastating Poison Frankensteiner from Billy Goodwin on his way out, and Linda Alpizar is dazed. Double underhook DDT. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh my god, so close. And there you see Alpizar attempting to make the save, but gets caught in a leg lock for his troubles. Step over toe hold face lock from Alpizar. But the Goodwin brothers doing such an excellent job keeping this fight on their side of the ring. Able to come in and make the save. You gotta figure Linda wants to get to her own corner, and she does, taking a moment while her opponent is on the mat. Goes for enziguri, but it is sidestepped by Bobby Goodwin. And now flapjack and cutter, that could be it. But no, Alpizar cutting off that offensive momentum. Goes for a cover of his own. 1, but only gets 1. Big reverse DDT, and Alpizar now in trouble. Needs to get this fight back to his own corner if he wants to turn the tide of this match, but the Goodwin brothers just not allowing that to happen. And hold on, off the rope, shotgun dropkick right in the back. Alpizar unable to see that coming and protect himself. But now we go right back into a striking exchange. That is where Alpizar is the most comfortable. Certainly the most accomplished striker out of this match, but despite that, Billy Goodwin able to get to his feet first. The sustained damage this team has been able to put on this team has started to take its toll, and hold on. Billy Goodwin going high risk. Leaping cutter off the top rope, but Linda able to cut him off, create an opportunity for Alpizar. But Alpizar unable to capitalize fast enough, and the Goodwin brothers have brought this fight back into their own side of the ring. And backdrop and cutter this time, but Alpizar scrambling to his feet, able to escape into his own corner. Big low roundhouse, taking his leg out from under his leg. But again, the Goodwin brothers just such effective tag team wrestlers. Big strike, flurry of blows into a spine buster from Linda. Goes into an arm drag, and Linda is fired up. Big boy off the top rope. But not quite able to stop that tag from being made, and now she has to deal with a fresh Billy Goodwin, so Linda going back to her own corner. And Alpizar able to make the save, but again, the Alpizar is not able to keep that tandem offense going on the Goodwins, but hold on just a moment. Knee bar, is that going to be enough? Linda able to make the save, or prevent the cutoff, rather. But oh my god, that power bomb, absolutely devastating. Hold on, rare miscue from the Goodwins. And that has created an opportunity for Alpizar. Tornado kick in the center of the ring. Back to basics with the body slam, as Billy Goodwin trying to figure out exactly what he needs to do to put Eric Alpizar away. DDT absolutely flattens him up against the ropes. And Eric Alpizar once again in trouble, but Pele kick bails him out of it, and he's able to get back to his own corner. Hold on, Linda now. Tornado kick of her own. Hold on just a moment here. TKO from Bobby Goodwin, and goes for the cover. That's got to be it. Alpizar has to cross a desert here, as Billy Goodwin able to cut him off, and the Goodwin brothers are victorious. That is going to be a great start for them in this tag team division, as we try to figure out #1 contenders for 2 separate tag team championships. And real quick before we get into a little bit more of the show, so we got a couple more, couple new people this week. Garishir Waifu, Cody Blackwell, appreciate you guys coming by. Always happy to see new faces watching the product, as it were. And Zoe, to answer your question about the Doomsday device, so there's like 2 different versions of it. There's one that is a corner grapple, but there is one that you can just do in your own corner. The trouble with that one is it is really unreliable to make work, because you need to get a back grapple and then use the 3D button to put somebody on your shoulders. But then they can do any maneuver off the top rope while they're hoisted up on your shoulders. And yeah, like, I mean, once again, I know we talked about this last week a little bit. People in the 80s were legit tough guys, and like, people like the Legion of Doom, I wouldn't say they didn't care, because I've heard people that have wrestled with them say that they've taken care of them, like, physically. But it's like, hey, sometimes people just got dropped on their heads in the 80s. Like, that was just a thing. That is also fair. But yeah, what I can do, though, like, can't do it right now, but I can edit your move list to give you the corner grapple version of the Doomsday device, and then also tweak your AI a little bit to have you attempt to go for the regular version. But actually, you have got a match right now. Could potentially be Colby, as you both have experience wrestling in Japan. But if you have some different ideas, like, definitely, like, if there's somebody that you want to tag with, because I don't have, like, a real-ass storyline, just shoot me a message. But right now, we've got Alphonso going head-to-head against David. So, the big issue there is Colby literally cannot climb the ropes. Like, his character cannot do that. So, it would have to be Zoe doing the dive off the top. But, I don't know. Well, that's some stuff we'll have to workshop a little bit later, as right now we're just spinning our wheels, and we've got a wrestling show to put on, as Alphonso going head-to-head against David Clement, and that match, it's right now.
Fight!
Alphonso having a bit of a rough spot in recent memory. However, you do have to consider the, like, quality wins and losses of Alphonso going up against top stars like Orlando Nunez, like PJ, like A-Man of Judgment Pro Wrestling. He has been fighting against the best of the best, but got to figure that losing streak has got to grate on you a little bit, but right now he's got a chance to course correct, going head-to-head with David. But David, an unorthodox fighter, somebody that can and will pull every trick in the book. Hold on, reverses that mount position, and hold on, rolls through, cover, but David able to kick out. Certainly can't say I expected a fight between these two competitors to go to the mat like that, but that just shows just how deep the toolbox of David Clement really is, but also how experienced a fighter Alphonso is, being able to reverse that mount and transition into one of his own. Big arm drag from Alphonso. And devastating spinebuster. David nearly missing that bottom turnbuckle with the back of his head. David fighting his way back to his feet and collides with an elbow to the back of the head, and now step over toe hold face lock from David, but Alphonso able to break the hold. Big cutter out of nowhere. Goes for the cover. One. Getting a count of one over David. And it looks like Alphonso starting to bring out his big moves. Slamming David to the mat. Shooting star press, but David able to roll out of the way. And that could be the momentum shifter David needs. Hold on, David trying to shoot Alphonso into the ropes. Possibly a setup for that pop-up powerbomb, but Alphonso able to reverse it. And so once again going high risk, but this time thinks better of it as David scrambles to his feet to prevent another dive. And David pulling some sort of foreign object out of nowhere. Alphonso busted open. Harada's going to let them fight. But the landscape of this match has changed as Alphonso busted open so early in this contest. Big diving elbow square in the back. And David now going for the cover. But Alphonso hand on the bottom rope. Got to be wary. That cut only going to get worse as David baiting Alphonso into a hockey fight in the center of the ring as David targets that cut over Alphonso's eye. Big low roundhouse taking David's legs out from underneath his legs. As Alphonso tries to figure out exactly what he needs to do to get back into this match. Big flashing elbow as he buries it right in the throat of David in the middle of the ring. David once again, step over toe hold, face lock. Alphonso able to power out of the hold. Big belly-to-belly overhead suplex as David just flattened middle of the ring. Again with that double leg takedown. Rolling through, cover 1, 2. Oh, getting a 2 count out of that. And Alphonso going back to basics, a little bit unfair, but going back to maneuvers he is very comfortable with as he lays David out with that cutter. And David responding back. Big DDT as Alphonso just rolls through. And hold on now, David going high risk. Big double stomp off the top. David crossing nearly a quarter of the width of the ring, but hold on. Stunner, stunner, stunner. Alphonso goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh my God. David somehow getting a shoulder off the mat, so Alphonso going right back to that patented big move offense. David once again just slugging it out with Alphonso, and David is not a man you want to get into a strike exchange with.
1, 2.
He is someone that absolutely does not care about his own body, and he will slug it out with anybody. Step up enziguri throwback from David as he delivers a knee right to the spine. Colossal chop to the chest, and Alphonso is dazed. A rare miscue from Alphonso. Both men down. Alphonso to his feet first, but hold on just a moment. Another belly-to-belly overhead suplex. David again picks the legs, rolls through, cover 1, 2, 3 count fall. And David picking up the victory over Alphonso. You got to wonder exactly what David's strategy is as he tries to jockey for position in the Blake's House wrestling ranks. I do gotta say, though, I do feel bad for you, as you do tune into this show fairly regularly and see your character get owned. Which, like, if you saw your character's stats relative to, like, some of the guys that are beating you, like, you would have your mind blown. That is true. So, I don't know, maybe we do need to do a little bit of tweaking there. Figure out something different, and yeah, we can have Zoe's like miraculous comeback. But that is going to have to wait for another day. See, we've got a packed crowd. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea. We've got a packed crowd, so let's go ahead and get 2 fan favorites on relatively early on the card this evening, as we see the return of Orlando Nunez, and he is going to be going head-to-head with Flaming Kurt London, as the homegrown hero in Orlando Nunez going up against a man that has captured the hearts and minds of the Blake's House wrestling fandom. And that match is going to be right now. Got to figure
Fight.
Kurt London might have a bit of an edge in this contest. Orlando Nunez typically walks to the ring with the best theme song in wrestling, but due to the empty arena programs, we are bypassing that. Hold on just a moment. Reverses the tombstone piledriver and delivers one of his own. But this is the type of matchup Kurt London lives for. Always looking for an opportunity to take the spotlight for himself. And if he can beat one of Blake's House's top stars, he is... If he was not already made in this promotion, that would absolutely do it. But Orlando Nunez is going to make that extremely difficult. Big dragon screw leg whip from Kurt London. We've seen this from London before, where he will occasionally target the legs of his opponents, trying to slow them down, try and widen the gap of that agility and speed advantage that he's got. And that may be what he chooses to go to up against the powerhouse that is Orlando Nunez. Ooh, big spear, but it is sidestepped by Kurt London as he drops a series of elbows on the legs of Orlando Nunez. And London, just such a crafty opponent, making himself extremely difficult to pin down. So he brings the arm of Orlando. Tornado kick does not find his mark. And a series of shoulder butts trying to slow Nunez down. Hold on just a moment as London collapses to the outside. And Orlando has got the momentum in his favor, but Kurt London, such a clever opponent, can very easily turn that around. Shotgun dropkick square in the face. Backslide cover, this could be it. Oh no, Orlando able to get a foot on that middle rope. And big European uppercut will lay Kurt London out. Orlando tries to figure out exactly what he's going to do. Ooh, big double axe handle from Kurt London. A series of stomps to the back. Now this time it's Orlando running the ropes, but London to his feet goes for that big soul butt kick. It is sidestepped and sidestepped twice by Orlando Nunez. So again, Kurt London going to start ringing the arm, trying to disable Orlando Nunez. Hold on, Orlando now shot into that corner turnbuckle. And just a picture-perfect series of kicks from Kurt London. Big shotgun drop kick. And once again, Orlando shot into that corner turnbuckle. Hold on just a moment. And Orlando trying to slow things down a little bit as he applies that side headlock. Kurt London just too fast, too hard to keep in one place. And Orlando genuinely struggling at this point in the match as Kurt London runs the ropes. Big shotgun dropkick once again.
Yes!
And big springboard moonsault cover two. Orlando able to power out. This time Orlando locking on a dragon screw of his own. On big pile driver. Orlando succeeding in slowing things down, and for as talented and athletic as Kurt London is, Orlando Nunez just has an absolutely picture-perfect dropkick, but Kurt London going big Rana off the top rope and springboard body splash, but Orlando foot on the bottom rope, but Kurt London traveling over 10 feet to make that Rana happen. And Kurt London getting fired up. You know he's looking for that finishing sequence, that patented flaming 151 that he hits off of that top turnbuckle. And Orlando doing very well to keep this fight away from the corner. But just as I say that, Kurt London has moved the location of this fight into that blue Gatorade corner. Back switch from Orlando Nunez. Orlando shooting London into that blue Gatorade corner, but hold on just a moment. Destroyer out of the corner. Big Northern Lights suplex cover. 1, 2. Count 2. And Orlando starting to get things going here. Northern Lights suplex once again. Cover 2. And this time, Kurt London barely able to get a shoulder up. Kurt London now possibly setting up for that patented finishing sequence. No, it looks like Kurt London's not quite done with Orlando Nunez. Just as I say that, Kurt London going high risk. Cannonball senton, and he is getting ready to tee off on one Orlando Nunez. But oh my God, Orlando able to roll out of the way of that double moonsault. And this could be it. Is he going for that RK Orlando? No, he is not. This fight will continue in the center of the ring. Orlando flashing elbow buried right in the throat of Kurt London. Hold on, standing Shiranui. Kurt London connecting with the greatest maneuver since sliced bread, the sliced bread number 2. And it looks like he is setting up once again for that flaming 151, maybe thinking he spent a little bit too much time there. Reconsidering his strategy, but that gave Orlando Nunez a moment to connect with that reverse DDT cover 2. But even that, not enough. Kurt London, a competitor that just draws the strength from the energy of the crowd. There is no crowd in attendance, but certainly the crowd watching at home. Hold on, oh my God! That has got to be it.
1, 2,
3 count fall. As the greatest theme song in professional wrestling hits, as Orlando Nunez and Kurt London putting on a 5-star classic on tonight's program. And that is no disrespect to Kurt London. He went head-to-head with one of the greats and very nearly was able to pick up a victory on the Orlando Nunez. And you could see the moment in those last couple minutes after London hitting that cannonball senton, taking a little bit too long to get back to the top rope. That giving Orlando time to get back to his feet, hit that back switch into that reverse DDT. That was the 1 second Orlando needed to turn the end of that match around. But it could have very easily gone either way, folks. And these two men absolutely going to war with one another. But let us keep this ball rolling. As we're queuing up for the Battle Royal to determine who is going to be facing Terrell in the Terrell Open Challenge. And I already know one name from Gatekeeper's JPW that is going to be entered into this contest. That, of course, being the technician, Frank Vista. We can absolutely abide. Get Dan Ramadan in from Nick's Wrestling Organization. Additionally, let us go ahead and get one Drew Serpa trying to climb the same mountain that Laz Cobb was able to climb last week. But that still leaves 5 spots open for the chat. And that is for the new people here. that is not strictly limited to the original characters from this program. As you see, Alex Ice requesting She-Ra and Xena Warrior Princess. I can abide both of those selections. But I also do have real wrestlers, and I can make JB3 happen as well. Because it has been a little while since we've seen the big boss of Judgment Pro Wrestling on our program. But that's still going to leave 2 more spots for this Battle Royal. But yeah, when I saw that matchup, the Orlando Nunez versus Kurt London, I knew that was going to be an instant classic. I'm still sitting in my back pocket of Kurt London versus Mag.Lo, because I'm also certain that match will be incredible. But I think that one we're going to save to a pay-per-view, brother. Yeah, there's, if you guys want to call some names. Of course, real wrestlers do exist in this universe, as noted by the fact that the KOF Trios title is going to be defended by AEW's Death Triangle. Gosh, I don't think I have a Bandito. In fact, I am certain I do not have a Bandito. Let me see what I can do. I should have an Ultimo Dragon. Let's see. It's entirely possible I have one in, let's see, WCW. If not, I've probably put him in. I do have the Persona 5 main character, whose name I forget. Let's see. Oh, I do in fact have Ultimo Dragon. Let me see if I have any other Persona characters. Yeah, Joker, there we go. I only know him as Christine Love's rename of the character, Ashtray LaCroix. I think Chie is on my PS4 save. Let's find out what we got. Because I am certain I have Joker, and he... let me see... Yeah, Ashtray LaCroix, like, good-ass name. Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, there's Joker. I forgot they went by his shoot name. Like some kind of mark. But yeah, we can make Joker a character in here. Unfortunately, yeah, I think that's the only Persona character I have available. But we can get more for next stream. Alright, I think that's going to be the cast of characters in this 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal to determine who is going to be fighting in the semi-main event against Blake's House Professional Wrestling Champion Terrell Benjamin in an exhibition contest. Let's go ahead and get into this match right now.
Fight!
And it is, as always, just total pandemonium at the start of these contests. As looks like Drew and Vista trying to out-wrestle one another. These two have certainly gone head-to-head in traditional wrestling rules, but things have changed completely. Hold on, Xena already scoring an elimination over Vista. And you've got to feel for Frank Vista as he's trying to follow Terrell Benjamin's path to the championship, trying to come out on top in these battle royals to earn himself a shot at the champion, but has thus far been unable to do so. And hold on, Joker eliminated as well, and we are down to 6 competitors less than 2 minutes into this contest. And JB3 is trying to press an advantage over Serpa there, but hold on, it looks like he's been cornered by Ultimo Dragon. And he's doing a fine job of matching the speed of Dragon, beating him to the punch on every occasion that he is capable of doing so. Hold on just a second. Gut wrench suplex from Serpa. As, hold on just a moment. Big suplex. Drew has been eliminated. Drew's dreams of challenging Terrell in an exhibition contest have been squashed.
Give up.
Which means he is going to have to earn his way to the top of the mountain by climbing the singles ladder. And Laz Cobb may just have a leg up on him, having a pinfall victory over the champion last week. Ultimo Dragon running the ropes, putting a boot in the back of Xena Warrior Princess. Big moonsault fall, getting a count of 1 as She-Ra delivers that big soulbutt kick. Hold on. Suplex trying to send Dan Remington to the outside. Somehow, Remington has been busted open. It is entirely unclear when that would have happened. There's still just too many bodies in the ring colliding with one another. As JB3 trying to apply some illegal leverage with that chokehold, but that was broken up extremely quickly. Big body slam from Remington. As She-Ra, Princess of Power, just flattened by JB3 and Remington, but changing dance partners a bit. JB3 and She-Ra sandwich lariat on Dan Remington. Hold on. Ultimo Dragon getting a count of 1 over JB3. As She-Ra, Warrior Princess, locks on a knee bar onto the Princess of Power. Ultimo Dragon, big body slam, and it looks like Dan Remington now working the legs of She-Ra, Warrior Princess. Oh, hold on. Lariat out of nowhere, absolutely flattening JB3.
Give up.
Absolutely no way of seeing that coming as that lariat just total snap maneuver out of nowhere. But hold on, Ultimo Dragon trying to work the legs of Dan Remington, but She-Ra going for that soul butt kick, possibly going for Remington, but Remington sidestepping, and the soul butt does collide with Ultimo Dragon's chest. Dan diving off the top rope, big elbow, and JB3 adding injury to insult with that knee to the groin. Series of punches, hold on. Xena Warrior Princess with another elimination off that big suplex as She-Ra and JB3 once again collide, sandwich lariat, but JB3 delivering a lariat of his own to She-Ra, Princess of Power. As Dan Remington trying to create some space, get away from the chaos that is the bottom of your screen. Hold on, cover 1, but only a count of 1. And it looks like this match is broken down into 2 individual singles contests as Dan Remington chases down JB3 as we rehash this Mixed Wrestling Organization Judgment Pro Wrestling rivalry. JB3 goes for the pin attempt on Dan Remington, count of 2, as She-Ra connects with that crossface chicken wing over Xena Warrior Princess. Big boot to the stomach, and hold on just a moment. Rolling guillotine off the top rope. And now both pairs have switched dance partners a little bit as this match has mixed itself up a little bit in that bottom corner of your screen. A series of elbows lays out JB3. Rolling guillotine doesn't find its mark, possibly a distraction from Xena Warrior Princess. And hold on a second. brass knuckles out of nowhere. That could be it for She-Ra. Somehow She-Ra able to pick a shoulder up after that brass knuck shot. And now She-Ra, giant swing as JB3 in dire straits here. And both She-Ra and Xena just delivering a series of blows, laying out their opponents. She-Ra and Xena running the length of the ring, but able to be escaped from their opponents. Or their opponents able to escape that offensive onslaught for just a moment at least. Big chop to the throat, and DDT for good measure, but Redman trying to set something up on Xena, but Xena had it scouted with that elbow to the face. Ooh, rolling guillotine doesn't find its mark as Dan Redman pulls She-Ra's target away from her as She-Ra just collides with the mat. And a series of punches, but just as I say that, She-Ra able to stop the bleeding. Hold on just a moment here. Something going on in that blue Gatorade corner. But JB3 able to rake the eyes and begins applying this choke here. Mario starting his count. He's got until 5. JB3 takes until 4 before he breaks the illegal hold. And JB3 looks to be in complete control on the left side of your screen here. All the while, She-Ra and Xena battling it out on the right side. Xena looks like she's starting to run out of gas a little bit. On cover 1, 2. Somehow, Xena, Warrior Princess, finding that inner strength to lift a shoulder off the mat.
1, 2, 3.
But unable to do so the second time, and that big full Nelson hold, but She-Ra electing to put the boots to, oh my god, amazing display of power. Cover 2, 3 count fall. And She-Ra now has to contend with JB3, who has managed to stay out of a majority of the conflict in this contest. However, he has to deal with a competitor that is strong all day. Someone that is absolutely going to take none of the shenanigans of JB3. Just as I say that, however, kick to the groin might be enough to pick up the victory. And the sneaky manager of Judgment Pro Wrestling stealing one over She-Ra, besting her with that kick to the groin after she had been through so much in this contest. But JB3, the wily veteran, picking up a win, and he has booked himself a ticket to go head-to-head with the champion of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. As the production team in the back is in my ear, JB3 is no stranger to this Battle Royal format. When we had started doing this Open Challenge Battle Royal, the man holding court in the center of the Blake's House ring was the Blake's House champion, Mag.Lo. Now, once again, Blake's House champion is going to be defending as 20 by 20 against a victorious JB3 in tonight's semi-main event. And the Blake's House heavyweight title picture has certainly become a lot more interesting in these last couple weeks. But let's go ahead and keep the show rolling. Actually, quite fitting immediately after that Battle Royal, where we were discussing the interstable rivalry of Judgment Pro Wrestling and Nick's Wrestling Organization. We're going to have a little bit more interstable action as Jon Newton going head-to-head with Nick's Wrestling Organization's own Babyman, as we follow Babyman's climb to the top of that hardcore division, where you know he is looking for a matchup up against Dick Bruiser for that Nick's Wrestling Organization title. And I have certainly passed this twice over. Here we go. So let us go ahead and get into some singles action here. Two hardcore brawlers going head-to-head. And that match is right now.
Fight!
Babyman starting things off with a knee to the gut. Babyman certainly going to use his size advantage over the course of this match. Going to be so difficult for Newton to overpower him. And in a lot of cases, so difficult for Newton to lift him even. But thus far, the hardcore specialist that is Babyman already bringing out the foreign objects. But Jon Newton, no stranger to those hardcore format matches, as Newton delivers that Jon Newton patented kick to the gut that he uses to set up Newton's Law. Jon Newton able to lift and then drop the big man. Looks like he's going to have no trouble keep getting this man off his feet. But proving to himself and proving to the audience at home that he can do it. Ooh, big basement dropkick from Babyman, kicking the legs of Jon Newton out from under his legs. And once again, back to basics from Newton as he starts a series of mounted punches, trying to wear down the big man. Jon Newton goes for a cover. Babyman able to get a shoulder up before Harada even is able to count to one. And once again, Newton, series of punches to the head. Jon Newton targeting the legs and lower back of Babyman, possibly seeing a situation where he can gain the advantage over his larger opponent. You can reduce your opponent's mobility. That gives you a sizable advantage in this contest. And right now, Jon Newton firing on all cylinders. Just every punch and kick he's throwing seems to connect. And just as I say that, Babyman able to cut him off with that double axe handle. And a rake to the face. Once again, Babyman is doing whatever he can do to cut off Jon Newton's momentum. And it is that rough offense that has got him kicked out of sumo leagues, but he has found a home in Nick's Wrestling Organization as Jon Newton attempts to count to 10, who sidesteps that basement dropkick attempt. But a thumb to the eyes creates an opportunity for Babyman to once again pull out another foreign object. Harada going to let these two men fight. He knows exactly the sort of fighter that Babyman and Jon Newton are, for that matter. And Jon Newton very comfortable. As I said in their feud with JPW's The Firm, just as comfortable in a bar brawl as he is a wrestling ring, as these two men just battling it out with one another. And hold on, Babyman just applying that patented dick-based offense, trying to put Newton away, but big gut-wrench suplex as Newton attempts to reverse the course of this match. Another big double axe handle. Babyman attempts to slow Newton down, and once again, another gut-wrench suplex reversing the course of this match. As a running knee drop. Just hold on. Newton getting fired up. Hold on, what's he setting up for here? Big double axe handle to the outside. And both of these men, I'm sure, very comfortable fighting on the outside. Babyman attempting to use that equalizer, the barbed wire bat. Newton getting a foreign object of his own. And both men now with foreign objects of their own, but hold on. That may have been a feint, a bit of a distraction from Babyman as he discards that barbed wire bat and just delivers a kick to the back of the leg of Jon Newton. Babyman applying that illegal choke. Got to wonder how different this match would be under hardcore rules. But Babyman certainly looking forward, looking ahead to his fated contest with Dick Bruiser. In that landmine deathmatch, he is unconcerned with the rules of a standard professional wrestling match. But finally, after working Newton over with a series of foreign objects, it looks like he has created a cut on the head of Jon Newton using that fork. And Harada once again content to let them fight. A man that has been quoted to press and fans alike, never ask me for shit. And once again, Babyman just applying that chokehold, trying to squeeze the life out of Newton, but hold on. Big pile driver, leaping pile driver. As several hundred pounds of man just come collapsing on the top of the head of Babyman. Babyman going high risk, back elbow, buries it in the spine of Newton. These two men absolutely going to war with one another. Hold on. Newton again sending Babyman to the outside, and this time Jon Newton just taking a moment to breathe in the center of the ring. So Babyman going to bring in the equalizer in this barbed wire baseball bat, swinging for the fences, but Newton able to escape that, but not able to escape the pile driver as Babyman just drags Newton's back over that barbed wire bat. And once again, pulling out another foreign object. Clearly this match should have been operating under hardcore rules, but that is not the case. Babyman is going to have to beat Jon Newton in a wrestling match, and Jon Newton making that extremely difficult as Babyman once again sent to the outside, and Newton getting fired up, but a little bit distracted as Babyman able to just plant that plank of wood right in his lower back. Now a series of headbutts from Babyman. Jon Newton is in trouble here. Babyman just seems to be playing with his food a little bit, as Newton just getting dragged around the ring. Big thumb to the eyes. Babyman now running the ropes. Sit out lariat center of the ring, but Newton is the man to his feet first. Newton looking to change the course of this contest. Big spine buster center of the ring. Babyman now scrambling to his feet, delivering a series of headbutts of his own, and drops the elbow, goes for the cover too. 3 count fall. And Babyman booking himself a ticket to go head-to-head with Mixed Wrestling Organization champion Dick Bruiser. And that match is going to be next week. And Jon Newton just not able to withstand that onslaught of illegal holds of foreign objects from Babyman. And to be honest, I'm surprised that threw him off his game to the extent that it did, but that appears to be the case. That being so surprising because I've seen Newton and Walsh have all-out wars with the firm, but just did not have what it took to stop the big man in Nick's Wrestling Organization's own Baby Man. But let's keep this show rolling. Laz Cobb, of course, picking up a victory over Terrell on last week's program. She's going to be going head-to-head with Antonio Del Valle, one half of the Blake's House Tag Team Champions, seconded by the other half of the Blake's House Tag Team Champions, Drew Serpa, and a man that is looking to climb the ladder. And Laz Cobb very well may be an obstacle on that climb. But we will have to see just who comes out on top in this contest between Laz Cobb and Antonio Del Valle.
Fight!
Big kick to the leg, but blocked by Antonio. Once again, another kick to the leg. But Antonio is prepared for it. Possible Antonio watching some film from last week's program. Laz Cobb coming out of nowhere to win that Battle Royal, pick up a victory over the champion. But just as I say that, goes for that double leg takedown. It is blocked by Laz, and she is able to deliver a series of knees to the head. Antonio now shot to the outside. Antonio bringing a foreign object into this contest very early. Possibly getting some coaching from Drew here, as he was sent outside in his own corner. Right now, it is a back-and-forth contest between these two competitors. Two extremely athletic competitors, might I add. Although Cobb, more of a submission specialist. Antonio tends to go towards those good lucha things, but Cobb going to be working the legs of Antonio, trying to take away some of that spring in his step. And once again, blocking that double leg takedown. But Antonio now reversing and applies that drop toe hold of his own. Antonio now shooting himself in the corner, and big monkey flip. Pop-up cutter out of nowhere, and Antonio is on fire. Big boots to the side of the head. And hold on now. Looks like Antonio is going to try to out-wrestle Cobb, as he has got her tied up 3 different ways. Big arm drag now. Cobb now dragging through leg whip, once again targeting the legs of Antonio, trying to slow him down a little bit. Both competitors going for those toe kicks. Hold on, standing Shiranui as Antonio connects with that sliced bread number 2 and follows up with a basement drop kick to the side of the head. Antonio is on a hot streak here. Hold on just a moment now. Antonio dialing long distance as he connects with that 619. And again, another boot to the side of the head. Low roundhouse taking Cobb's legs out from under her legs, but hold on, rolling knee bar, and Antonio is now in trouble, center of the ring. Antonio now starting to get fired up here. Like, he knows the momentum is on his side, but in a pro wrestling match, that can change so very quickly, as Cobb doing her best to change that momentum right now. Series of kicks has laid Cobb out, but Cobb now shooting Antonio into the ropes. Goes style kick to the leg, but hold on just a moment now. Antonio once again possibly setting up for that monkey flip. That is denied. But he is able to escape the corner. But hold on, this fight, it looks like it will continue on the outside. Antonio delivers a boot right to the head. Harada's count at 7-8 as these two warriors ignore the count. This fight now continuing even further out towards some of the auxiliary rings in our training facility. But it looks like both competitors back in at 14. And again, another vicious boot to the head. Tornad kick, but it is ducked by Cobb. But that big boot not escaped from Antonio, and now Laz Cobb drops those double knees right into the chest of Antonio. Antonio now putting Cobb into that corner turnbuckle, but now Cobb reversing course. Looks like she's going high risk. Antonio on that top of that blue Gatorade turnbuckle, but hold on just a moment now. What the hell? It's like whatever he had planned, Cobb was smart to avoid as she backed away from that corner, denying Antonio any opportunities to progress any further. Hold on, what's Tony got going here? Springboard, Rana, hold on. Oh my God. Cobb somehow getting a hand on that bottom rope, and that could be the difference maker. And hold on now, Antonio will power center of the ring, but it looks like he's not finished yet. That could prove to be a mistake, as that has allowed Cobb to get back into this match. He ties him up and delivers a boot to the side of the head. Picks the leg, rolling knee bar. Hold on just a moment now. Antonio tied up, but somehow getting a foot to touch that top rope, but only barely. And hold on, this is the maneuver that put Terrell away, that big burning hammer. If she can get to her feet and make the cover, no. She's not able to make the cover, and Antonio connects with that neck breaker. And this is anybody's match now, folks. And once again, that inverted sleeper hold has Antonio in a pickle, but once again, Antonio getting a foot on that top rope. And hold on just a moment now. A hanging chokehold off the top. It looks like Cobb has changed the landscape of this match dramatically. Big frog splash, but too close to the corner. And now Cobb picking the leg once again. These two trading hold for hold, trading rope break for rope break. Antonio connects with willpower. That has got to be it if he goes for the cover. But no.
Oh!
Cobb picks the leg, but somehow Antonio finding the strength to hang on. Able to break the hold. And now it's Antonio tying Cobb up here. And Antonio picking up the victory in an absolute barn burner of a contest. And as I said, the landscape of the singles division is getting extremely interesting as Antonio picking up a victory in one hell of a match against Laz Cobb, and Dave can get the hell out. That is not a 77% evaluated match. Because I was legitimately like on edge for that entire contest and had no idea which way it was going to go. So the idea that that is a, what is that, a 3.5 star or a 3 3/4 star match? That's obscene. I don't know what match Dave was watching, but I saw at least a 4.5 star match. Also, that was legitimately the first time I've ever seen Antonio do the West Coast Pop. And that move has been in his move list since I made his character. So, of course, Cobb is tied up in the ropes and he can't get the 3 count off of it. But that springboard Rana is actually his finisher, and he's literally never done it before this match. So, real happy to see that finally. But let's keep this thing going. As we have got the King of Fighters Television Championship. As we have got AEW's Death Triangle on a bit of a hot streak. But they are going to be going head-to-head with a union of people that you ought to respect, son, in the big show. Oh, that's not what I wanted. In Test. In the baddest man on the planet, Ken Shamrock. Oh, I can't give him a second? That's unfortunate. I was gonna give them Mankind as a second. So yeah, this was a stable in the 90s when the Corporation was like the big heel stable. So, of course, WWF being WWF, they have to make like a mockery of the idea of a union. And made the stable that went head-to-head with the Corporation called the Union of People You Ought to Respect, Son. I'll let you contemplate that acronym for a moment. And it was Big Show, Test, Ken Shamrock, and Mankind. You wanna try that one more time, Nick? Anyway, so we went with this team here because we are not even a week removed from WWE's Black Wednesday, where after giving the state of Florida an $18 million bribe to be considered an essential business, did just release like 30 or 40 people that we know about. I am sure that there's production crew that they fired that we don't know about. But, yeah, that was a real shitty time to be a wrestling fan. But, like, I don't know, that is what it is. Like, the business of pro wrestling is an extremely fucked up one. But, let us see what the Union can do about the Death Triangle of AEW that have just looked absolutely unstoppable for the past several weeks. So let's go ahead and get into that match right now.
Fight!
Pac, of course, was once known as the king of the cruiserweights, and he is starting this match up against a super heavyweight in the Big Show. That choke slam absolutely devastating, but Pac and the Lucha Brothers not going to give him an opportunity to hit it if they can avoid it, but just as I say that, Big Show connecting with that big back body drop. And Pac getting back into his own corner, bringing Pentagon into this match. As Pac carries on that offensive momentum, delivers a DDT, giving Pentagon a moment to get set up. And Big Show sort of dancing around the ring a little bit, making Pentagon work for his offense as he tries to bring this fight back into his own corner. Big back body drop from Show. Of course, you can see Big Show on the Big Show show that I'm fairly certain is on Netflix right now. But looks like the Union corner has brought in the baddest man on the planet, Ken Shamrock, as he's going head-to-head with Pentagon. Pentagon able to escape that blue Gatorade corner, bringing in Phoenix. And Phoenix just plants a dropkick right to the upper back of Shamrock and does another one. Looked like Shamrock was trying to make it back to his own corner, bring Test into this match. However, Phoenix able to cut him off, and it looks like Shamrock thinking better of it. But that may prove to be a mistake. Hold on to somewhat now. Shamrock pinning Phoenix down and delivering a series of punches right into the face, and now elects to bring Test into this match. And hold on now, big double power bomb, just absolutely flattening Phoenix. Phoenix now going up top. That has not worked terribly well thus far tonight, but Phoenix, an innovator of offense and a man that just delivered a picture-perfect Frankensteiner off the top rope to Test as Test collapses onto the canvas. Test now running the ropes and devastating lariat. Just the size advantage from the Union team just cannot be overstated. Like, with the exception of Shamrock, who is still a fairly large man. Hold on, that's going to clear out the Death Triangle team corner. And hold on now, Pentagon just lays Test out. And now Pac 2-on-1 with Big Show and Shamrock, as Test looks like he's handling his own against the Lucha Brothers quite well. Could this be the difference maker here? Could this be the team that finally unseats the Death Triangle? Yes, I say that. Pac, just a series of European uppercuts. Test responding back with some barn door left hands. Is able to get the upper hand, get back to his own corner, and hold on just a moment now. Looks like the Union trying to keep Pac in their own corner and successful. Oh my god. Those open palm strikes to the chest from a man the size of Big Show is like getting clubbed in the chest with a frying pan. And he just delivered 3 of those right square into the midsection of Pac. And a series of 500-pound double stomps, and hold on, oh my god, giant choke slam. Pentagon is in trouble, but fortunately for Pentagon, that was in the Death Triangle corner. And that is going to buy him another chance. Big body slam as Big Show trying to get this fight away from their corner. Snap suplex from Phoenix, but Big Show to his feet first. Phoenix responding back, this time with a DDT. Soba kick absolutely lays Big Show out. Patented kick to the gut, going to send Show back to the Union corner. And Ken Shamrock now back into this match, but hold on, goes for that giant choke slam, but it is broken up. And Phoenix now getting a second chance at life. Shamrock just a series of clinch elbows and kicks. Phoenix again cutting him off with that DDT. That seems to be his go-to maneuver when he needs that momentum shift, but the Union sticking together, keeping this fight in that blue Gatorade corner as he delivers a series of punches to the back of the head. Phoenix unable to... Oh my god, hold on. There it is. There's that patented ankle lock. And hold on. Big Northern Lights suplex cover 2. 3 count fall, and that's going to be the first elimination to the Union. Pac now, big running forearm smash into the corner, and it looks like he's taking this coast to coast. Pac going high risk, but pushed off by Shamrock. Now Shamrock sitting all alone at the top of this corner here. Big double axe handle, absolutely flattens the bastard. And you forget just how fast Pac is, as he just was slingshotted into the ropes and back like he was fired out of a cannon as he delivers that big cross chop to Shamrock. But now Big Show in the match here, and a 500-pound shoulder block right into the chest of Pac. Hold on, big Rana out of nowhere too. Count 2. Bastard dropping Big Show with a DDT, creating an opening for Pentagon. And a miscue from the Death Triangle. As Pac attempting to hit that springboard body splash, but hold on, cover out of nowhere, cover 1, 2. But only gets 2. And big double suplex from the Union lays Pac out as Big Show collides with Pentagon with that massive lariat. Big body slam from Big Show. And he's going back to the Union corner as Ken Shamrock is brought back into this match. Sandwich lariat just absolutely flattens Pentagon, and Ken Shamrock is in the zone. But Pentagon not allowing Shamrock to get into that zone as he delivers that package pile driver with authority. Pentagon now going back to his own corner, bringing the Bastard back into this match. And big double suplex. But Shamrock stays in the ring. You thought he might want to roll out of the ring, take a moment to catch his breath, and hold on. Pac might be setting up for the Brutalizer. No, just a stomp to the back as a headlock takedown from Shamrock puts him back on top in this contest. A side kick going head-to-head with European uppercut. Shamrock in the zone with a leaping kick, but super kick from Pac as he says, "Welcome to the party." A series of clinch kicks, and now Shamrock starting to work the leg of the Bastard. Big turning belly to belly, and Shamrock now getting fired up once again, but Pac sidestepping it and delivers that side kick to the head. Big leaping Rana, and now what is Pac setting up for? It looks like he's going to go back to his own corner, but so is Shamrock. We've got a fresh Pentagon and a fresh test in this matchup here. Big sling blade from Pentagon. Pentagon, he's looking for another one of those package pile drivers, but Test not going to give him the opportunity. Big super kick from Pentagon. Test taking a moment to get back to his own corner, and this is where the numbers advantage is going to be working in favor of the Union. Which is really a commentary on the dynamics of power in the workplace. As Big Show, big sidewalk slam, center of the ring. But another super kick from Pentagon, and that could be it for Big Show. Count 2. And oh my god, just a series of devastating maneuvers. That stomach crusher from Pentagon and that power bomb from Pac. But Big Show just applying all of his weight onto the nerves and the upper arms of Pentagon. Pentagon maybe looking to get back into his own corner, but Pac nowhere to be found, not on the ropes to make the tag. But Pac here now, able to make that tag. Saw Pac rolling Big Show over, possibly setting up for the Brutalizer. Oh my god, absolutely devastating power slam from the Big Show. But the Union getting the best of the Death Triangle once again. Sidewalk slam, center of the ring, and Big Show bringing the baddest man on the planet back into this contest. Pac going for a leaping cutter, doesn't find its mark as Shamrock able to step out of the way. And Pac blocking on the Brutalizer. Pentagon able to run interference, forcing Shamrock to power out of the hold on his own power. He does, but the damage surely has been done. Pac now getting back to his own corner. The dynamic of this match has changed a little bit. Shamrock bringing Pac away from his own corner, and that's going to create a situation where this package pile driver connects, but if he goes for the cover, it is so far away from the Death Triangle's own corner. Hold on now. Pentagon possibly going for some sort of superplex, but he was pushed off with that open hand chop and that big knee drop and another super kick. And Shamrock and Pentagon just totally spent here. So Shamrock going back to his own corner, and now Test in this match. Stomach crunching maneuver from Pentagon, but Test the legal man. Big boot. Does it connect? I don't think he got all of it. And that's going to clear out both aprons right now. 3-on-1 on the outside is Pentagon going for that package pile driver. Doesn't find its mark. The sandwich lariat does. And now the Big Show. Hold on. Pac just clubbing blows from all three members of the Union. And Shamrock just delivering a series of punches to Pentagon. Pentagon desperately trying to get back into the ring as a giant chokeslam lays out the bastard. Package pile driver from Pentagon goes for the cover. 1, but only a count of 1. And the Death Triangle in trouble here. Pentagon going to have to do this all on his own. Big lift and drop from Pentagon, but Test able to get back to his own corner, and the Big Show back into this match. Military press style slam. And a big power bomb from Pentagon, but it is an uphill battle. Sling blade to the Big Show. Big Show not able to find his mark with that lariat. Now both men down in the center of the ring. Big Show locking on the bear hug, and that is an elimination. And Harada now finally checking on Pac. And Pac has now been legally eliminated from this contest. And the Union of People you ought to respect, son, are your new King of Fighters television champions. Legitimately one of my favorite things in this game is when when a scramble happens on the outside and both aprons clear out, and a critical happens to the non-legal man. I prefer it to happen on the outside because I think that is funnier. But yeah, I fucking love that shit. Video games are good sometimes. So yeah. Good news, fellow workers. The union is here. I should leave elimination on because the other tag match is going to be elimination and nothing else is tagged tonight. So, let's keep this show rolling. We've only got 3 more matches to go. However, the last one being a Survivor Series style 4-on-4, so that one might take us a while. So let's not waste too much more time. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit more professional wrestling, why don't we? Let's see. Lopez, of course, has caught the attention of James Holloway and his stable of troublemakers. And it looks like James bringing out his enforcer, Hsien-Jo, to deal with the problem that is Lopez. Also, actually, before we do that, I usually do my commentary like post-show, but I am legitimately happy I got to do a fucking Michael Cole. I don't think he got all of it when Tess went for the big boot, but the thing that knocked his opponent down was the 2-man bump. Feels good to get to make the calls that I see on television every week. Wrestling sometimes good, as it turns out. But, yeah, Zero has caught the attention of James Holloway. Zero delivering a scathing promo just a few weeks ago, saying the world of Blake's House professional wrestling would be better without Holloway in it. Holloway, uninterested in a single confrontation against Zero, has brought out his enforcer, Hsien-Jo, and he's going to be going head-to-head with Lopez, and that match is going to be right now.
Fight!
And Hsien-Jo, big headbutt from the big man. Zero delivering a dropkick of his own, laying Hsien-Jo out. And it looks like these two competitors are going to be a little bit more patient than I thought they might be. Going to be having a little bit of a feeling out process, figuring out exactly what they do and don't need to do. Zero crucially costing the team of Hsien-Jo and Blake a #1 contender spot at the tag team titles, so I'm sure that Hsien-Jo has some grievances of his own with Lopez. And you saw it there with that low blow, just laying Zero out. Going to be taking his frustrations out on Lopez over the course of this match. Big belly-to-belly overhead suplex. And Hsien-Jo just standing over Zero like an imposing force that he is. And Hsien-Jo's trying to slow Zero down. Just applying that crossface chicken wing. Zero delivers an arm drag, trying to keep things moving in something of a flow state here. Pinning predicament, but not even able to get a count of 1 before Hsien-Jo able to power out. Big spine buster coming from Hsien-Jo.
Keep up! Keep up!
Like I said, this match just taking a much more calculated pace than I would expect from either of these fighters. Gotta figure once Hsien-Jo starts building up some of that offensive momentum, he's going to turn on the gas in a big way. And likewise for Zero Lopez, I think both of these guys just not quite getting comfortable with the match just yet, but that big shoulder block certainly going to create some momentum for Hsien-Jo. Goes for a lariat, ducked by Zero, and Zero delivers a knee to the gut, and another trying to slow this big man down, but he's having such a great difficulty in doing so, as Hsien-Jo has been able to set the pace for this entirety of this 5-minute match. And Emerald Flosion just dropping Zero onto his neck. Goes for the cover, 1, 2. Gets a count of 2. And that is why Hsien-Jo is the enforcer of this stable. He is a powerhouse that is just so difficult to keep down, so effective at slamming his opponents to the mat and making sure they stay there. Now Zero sent to the outside, Hsien-Jo standing alone in the center of the ring in a symbol of dominance. That I am going to be the only man standing in this ring when the bell rings. But Zero coming at Hsien-Jo, neckbreaker to gain the advantage. Delivers a leg kick, but once again cut off by Hsien-Jo as he delivers that massive headbutt. Elbow drop, center of the ring, cover 2. And so close. Somehow Zero able to get a shoulder off the mat, but for how much longer? Screwdriver, center of the ring, cover 1, 2. And once again, Zero drawing on that inner strength. Still in this match, but hold on as Hsien-Jo goes once, twice, 3 times into the mat, stacks him up, cover 2. And Zero again able to kick out. I don't know how he does it. Zero looking to send a message to Holloway, to Hsien-Jo, to Blake, that he is taking the threat of this stable, encroaching onto Blake's house professional wrestling seriously with that Emerald Flosion may be it. And no, it's still not enough to put Zero away. And Zero now locking on the knee bar. Hsien-Jo in trouble here, but Hsien-Jo able to kick Zero off. Zero now going for that double leg takedown. Doesn't find its mark, but does the second time around, but Hsien-Jo just pushes him off easily. Hsien-Jo able to get to his feet first. Step up enziguri from Zero, and Zero now goes for the cover. Sidesteps that barn door shot, but another Emerald Flosion laying Zero out, and how much more of this can Zero take? That has got to be it. Just stay down, kid. And Hsien-Jo able to pick up the victory after slamming Zero to the mat repeatedly. As a reminder to Zero that Holloway, that Hsien-Jo, that Blake Cavis, not people to be trifled with, not people to be taken lightly. Zero's going to have to go to the back, reevaluate his strategy if he really wants to come at Holloway like this. But we have got ourselves just a couple more matches here. And coming up next is the match that we've been building for since a little bit earlier this evening, the Terrell Open Challenge. And we now know exactly who is competing in that Terrell Open Challenge. That, of course, would be the big boss of Judgment Pro Wrestling himself, JBIII, picking up a victory in the Open Challenge Battle Royal and earning himself a shot at the champion in an exhibition match. But let's not waste any more of your time. As I said, we have got a absolute barn burner of a main event. But that is not to sell the Blake's House champion short as he takes on JB3. And that match, it's right now.
Fight!
Terrell taking a little bit too long to get started, and he is beaten to the punch by JB3 on a couple of occasions. And JB3, certainly the craftier fighter. You're going to see a lot of that. A lot of those quick jabs, a lot of those, like, just trying to sidestep and outmaneuver Terrell. And JB3 is very good at that. Terrell is a very straightforward power wrestler. If you let him get his hands on you, he will create a problem. But that could be a bit of a mismatch for Terrell, as JB3 just so very skilled at avoiding those big damage maneuvers from his opponents. There is a reason that JB3 once held the Blake's House Heavyweight Championship. And he is looking forward to an opportunity to pin another Blake's House Wrestling champion in this contest here. Over a big slap across the face. Terrell now locking on that figure four, and JB3 has nowhere to go. And this time it is Terrell beating JB3 to the punch with that lightning quick jab. And there is that display of power that we know from Terrell. And oh my god, that gorilla press sending JB3 to the outside. And once again, Terrell gorilla press, but this time not able to get him quite over the top rope. But Terrell very clearly means business in this match. Possibly a little bit of frustration taking a loss to Cobb last week. Taking it out on the manager of Judgment Professional Wrestling. But JB3, the crafty veteran, once again just outmaneuvering Terrell here. Making it so very hard for him to get a spot where he can get his offensive moves in. Now Terrell shot into that blue Gatorade corner, but just springs right back out of it. And big backbreaker into a body slam combination. As Terrell now trying to slow JB3 down a little bit as he applies that crossface chicken wing. These two men battling it out. I don't think that JB3 wants to be in a striking contest with Terrell Benjamin, as he is just... That really doesn't speak to JB3's strengths. May have been goaded into that exchange. But JB3 once again doing his dance, picking his spots back and forth. Outmaneuvering Terrell, but Terrell, that big clubbing blow to the back, has once again changed the landscape of this match. Diving elbow off that top turnbuckle. And Terrell once again, military style press over his head and slamming JB3 to the mat. But JB3 fighting his way back to his feet. Goes for the cover, but Terrell hand on the bottom rope. This match will continue. And jawbreaker into a 1-2 combination. That two-piece and a biscuit from JB3. And now JB3 once again on top in this contest. And JB3 now going to that illegal chokehold, trying to bring the champion down. Oh my god, big reversal into a back suplex from Terrell, but once again JB3 just fighting his way to his feet. Terrell now leaping vertical suplex, taking advantage of every inch of height that he's got and then some, as he drives JB3 into the mat and collides with the chest with another big lariat. Terrell going high risk. Big frog splash off the top in honor of his Uncle Eddie. big haymaker from Terrell, but it is sidestepped from JB3, somehow able to escape despite being pinned against the ropes. And that is that savviness that JB3 is so well known for. But hold on a second, of course it's fact, the Enforcer's back with the torture rack as Terrell bends JB3 over his shoulders into a burning hammer! And Terrell just absolutely flattening JB3 as Harada throws up the X. This match is over. Of course, our medical team in the back, we can update you on JB3's situation as this show progresses, but we're going to be going right into tonight's main event. As we have Josh Kaiser going head-to-head with Brandon. And this is legitimately a situation where COVID has kind of fucked things up a little bit, because I planned on doing this and having some skits where we'd reveal who the teams were. Unfortunately, that is not the case. But, you know, that is sometimes the way that it goes. But as I said, Josh winning himself the first overall pick. And he is going to be taking Snoop Dogg. Brandon answering back. He's going to go with Blake's house favorite, of course, Mag.Lo in this contest. Let's see if I fucked up and forgot to get somebody, because I think I may have. Alright, cool. We're good. Of course, we're going to get Mr. Pay-Per-View. Of course, nobody gets higher than Rob Van Dam. Brandon going to answer back with a man that is best described as if a golden retriever smoked a lot of weed and was very good at combat sports in Matthew Riddle. And Josh going back to Team D-Mob. He's going to bring in the METHOD man. And Brandon going to respond back with a selection of Redman. Yeah, no, that is Matt Riddle's persona. Yeah, this is the 4-on-420 elimination tag team match. As Team Josh takes on Team Brandon in tonight's main event. And actually, you know what? I am certain I will regret making this elimination with 2 teams of 4. So I'm going to leave this to you guys to chat. What are y'all thinking? Is this going to be 4-on-4 elimination, or is this going to be 4-on-4 first fall to the finish? You know, it's so rare at this point that I do legitimately take viewer input because my shows are a lot more pre-written than they were the first few weeks. You know what? That's fair. First fall to the finish because you've got an adult bedtime, and honestly, I'm still working, which is good. I will say that for sure. But yeah, we can make this 4-on-420 tag team contest. First fall to the finish. As Team Josh takes on Team Brandon. And that match is right now.
Fight!
And Brandon and Josh coming back to a coming back to where we were at the start of last week's program. Where they started off last week's show in a one-on-one contest, but it looks like Brandon bringing in Redman into this contest. Oop, hold on a second. And looks like we're going to be going Method Man and Redman head-to-head. Johnny Blaze going up against Doc, but hold on. Redman going back, bringing Mag.Lo into this match. And big double power bomb from Doc and Mag.Lo. Now Mag.Lo, big sliding D right into the jaw of Method Man. Method Man, of course, a world-renowned power wrestler, but Method Man bringing in Snoop Dogg into this contest. Snoop Dogg bringing this fight into that blue Gatorade corner. Looks like the strategy of both teams is going to be frequent tags. Hold on, Mag.Lo setting up for the Magic Killer. And Matt Riddle now going head-to-head with Snoop Dogg. But now this is a matchup. I know in the wrestling community there is something that I like to call time machine booking. If we could get Matt Riddle from 2019 to go up against Rob Van Dam from about the mid-2000s. Really, Rob Van Dam, like, 2000. That would be one hell of a contest. But right now, the athleticism and the martial arts skill of Rob Van Dam paying dividends against the shooter that is Matt Riddle. A man that innovated Bloodsport in the United States. And it looks like Riddle now going head-to-head with Josh and RVD as RVD goes back into his own corner. Oh, now Josh going high risk. Senton off the top, but Mag.Lo has completely cut Josh off now. Josh going back into his own corner, bringing Snoop Dogg in. Snoop Dogg, just such a prolific striker, absolutely lays Mag.Lo out, and now you forget the technical wrestling ability of Snoop Dogg. He can make you tap out just as easily as he can knock you out, and he's attempting to do the same to Mag.Lo. Snoop Dogg now shooting Brandon into the corner. Brandon responding, fireman's carry takeover. Brandon now just a series of punches. Brandon keeping things extremely simple. Those educated feet of Snoop Dogg don't mean a whole lot to Brandon when he is punching you in the face. Swinging wide with the lariat doesn't find its mark. As Method Man attempts to deliver that capo kick, doesn't find its mark either. And Brandon now has Method Man trapped in that orange Gatorade corner. Brandon now fired into the corner. Method Man going for that flying hip attack, doesn't find its mark. And now Brandon bringing Redman into this contest. And those series of mounted punches has cleared out the blue Gatorade corner as Josh coming in to make the save. And now Redman has got Method Man up against the ropes, quite literally in this case. He's trapped in the Tree of Woe, and a vicious kick to the knees of Method Man. As Redman puts the Timberland boots to the back, but running powerbomb is absolutely devastating from Johnny Blaze. And vicious kick from Redman, taking the legs out from under the legs of Method Man. But now double powerbomb from Josh and Method Man here. Josh and Brandon now just slugging it out. Oh my god, devastating back fist. Just as Josh was starting to gear up for that Insecurity, doesn't find its mark, but the haymaker does. And now Josh has this 3-in-1 hold locked in, working both arms and the leg of Brandon. And hold on now, Mag.Lo and Doc, Magic Killer, just flattens Method Man. And it is absolute pandemonium in the ring as members of both teams are entered themselves into this contest high and low. Josh caught in the unblockable, but now Mag.Lo has to contend with RVD. And as I said, he is just a supremely athletic competitor as he connects with that Rolling Thunder center of the ring. There is nobody in this match that gets higher than Rob Van Dam. And another Rolling Thunder center of the ring. Big elbow to the face and just a vicious kick to the legs, trying to take RVD's legs out from underneath his legs. RVD bringing Snoop Dogg into this match. Possibly the only competitor with the athletic ability to match an RVD, as you've seen those vicious leaping kicks from Snoop Dogg. And hold on, just series of striking maneuvers from Snoop, but Redman bringing this back into his own corner now. Cover one. No, only a count of one. So Snoop Dogg just reversing course, connecting with that cross arm breaker. And Mag.Lo now, knee bar of his own. And that's going to allow Redman to bring Matt Riddle into this match. Flying arm bar from Snoop Dogg, but Riddle now working a chokehold of his own. And two submission specialists in the ring right now. And really just two like supremely well-traveled cage fighters. As I said, Matt Riddle has innovated Bloodsport, but Snoop Dogg has had people killed in just underground fighting leagues across the streets of New York. On backslide from RVD. On Gotch style, no, neutralizer from Matt Riddle, cover one. And it is just chaos in the ring. It's honestly getting difficult to tell who the legal man is as men file in and out of the ring. Hold on just a moment here. Backdrop and cutter as Riddle and Snoop Dogg continue to battle it out. Big arm drag. And again, a flying arm bar from Snoop Dogg trying to shut him down. Mag.Lo powering out of those 3-on-1 odds. Going to create an opportunity for Riddle to get back to his own corner. And Mag.Lo now the legal man in this match. Mag.Lo going head-to-head with Rob Van Dam. Big double powerbomb flattens Matt Riddle. But Mag.Lo sliding D across the side of the face coming from Mag.Lo. And leaping boot to the back of the head from Rob Van Dam. And just a miscue from RVD. Maybe he misjudged the athletic ability, the speed of Mag.Lo that he would be coming out of that corner. Flapjack and cutter, but a near fall in all the chaos. And Mag.Lo in the danger zone here. He is going to return to his own corner. And hold on, Magic Killer! But RVD holding his own quite well. Just a series of kicks and how he's going back to his own corner. Bringing Johnny Blaze into this match. Johnny Blaze going head-to-head with Brandon now. Brandon now locking on that spinning toe hold. As Snoop Dogg just boots his way out of that 3-on-1 situation, but the clothesline from Shaolin taking down Brandon. Snoop Dogg making the cutoff. Flapjack and cutter as both aprons have cleared out, but that blue Gatorade corner certainly coming out on top in that situation. Bringing Mag.Lo into this contest now. And hold on just a moment. Mag.Lo, driver! That has got to be it. Cover. 1, 2. Oh my God, somehow Johnny Blaze getting a shoulder off the mat. And that double underhook suplex has completely changed the landscape of this match. As Method Man able to get back into his own corner. Mag.Lo possibly setting up for one of his own. But hold on, RVD capitalizing on the situation, gets the cover, gets a count of 2. Not quite enough to come out on top in this match. There, big double arm DDT from Mag.Lo, and both men now laid out center of the ring. Who will get to their feet first? Both nearly at the same time. Mag.Lo able to cut off RVD, but RVD able to cut the legs out from under the legs of Mag.Lo. And big Samoan drop from Mag.Lo. One of those signature holds of his, going to create an opening to get to his own corner. And Doc now, the legal man in this contest, but oh my God, just devastating boot to the chest from Rob Van Dam. Arm wringer and kick to the head, this time from RVD. And Doc goes for the cover, 2. 3 count fall. And Doc picking up the victory for Team Brandon. But that is going to conclude the canonical portion of tonight's program. Of course, you can stay tuned for one bonus match. And yeah, you know what, Drew? You had the right call. That would have been insufferable to do as elimination tag, because it was 25 minutes to the first fall, and it probably would have been another 25 minutes before we had enough eliminations to secure a victor. But wanted to have just like a goofy exhibition like this that I legitimately did have planned for a couple weeks and wanted to do some skits and stuff, but COVID kind of fucked up the idea for some skits. But still had the idea for the match in my head and figured we may as well run it. But we're going to set up one bonus match. So let me know what you guys think about the competitors on both sides of the screen, and we'll get one from each side. And GK, I did see your... my apologies. So, yeah, I guess some quick clarifications on JBIII's situation. It would appear as though his head injury is more severe than we would have thought. He certainly will not be back for next week's program his neck may require surgery. We're going to have some updates on that in the upcoming weeks, but the prognosis is not good, at least this early into the program. Alright, I'm cool with chat, too bad. What's the word on the blue corner out of the options we've got? I'm legitimately surprised that we did not, like, you went with Chad too bad and not actual Thanos. But, Southpaw Regional Wrestling, pretty entertaining program. And also, since we're technically in the post-show, like, want Flip Gordon, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this match. This is the bonus match, so this is where I get to hang out with you guys in the chat. And yeah, I misunderstood GK when you posted that in the Discord. I thought I was like, oh, this is a thing we can dig into next week. But yeah, you're right. I did forget that I literally said, oh yeah, I would have updates on JBIII's medical situation at some point in the program before we went off air. So you know what, that one's on me. So appreciate you keeping me honest and keeping me on track. Also, at this point, not totally sure if Flip Gordon believes that the Earth is flat. Well, you know what? That is legitimately why I appreciate you guys, like, you and Nick especially, because, like, you have the most creative input. Like, doing, like, real-ass work for, helping me write angles, or even just, like, pitching ideas. And, like, everybody else in the chat that, like, hey, I've got a cool idea. What if this happened? Like, hey, that's always welcome. Like, there's a couple angles that are not even exactly set in stone. Like, stuff can always move. But, like, there's stuff that I want to do in my own storylines. But, like, otherwise, if you have a cool idea, let me know. It also is funny, the Southpaw Regional Wrestling stuff being, like, some of the best TV that WWE has had in the past several years. And it is legitimately just a KFC commercial. Like, I don't know, I could bitch about WWE, like, for the entirety of the length of this match, but I feel like that's not fun or productive for anybody. And I really don't know enough about Flip Gordon to bitch about Flip Gordon for the entirety of the length of this match. But my understanding is he does also suck. Like, what do you mean, how's the Trios title work now? So, the Trios title is still, so, like, I've kind of been picking teams, because, like, and this is kind of a failure on my part, of, like, not really putting the call out to say, like, hey, y'all can suggest teams. But, like, I do want the teams to be a little bit more curated. that being said, like, we do have the creative Discord that, like, you, GK, Blake, and James are in. And if you want to suggest some teams, like, I think, but, like, actual teams, to be clear. That being said, I do feel like a team that should get to show up in the not-too-distant future is the Hans Herdem, Idolo, Ramos team. Because, like, I am billing them as a real trios team. Yeah, I can talk for a little bit after I go off air. But much like actual professional wrestling, there is... all the rules are fake, and the rules only matter to the extent they tell a good story. So, there is not any official selection process for trios teams. Big roaring elbow from Chad Too Bad. Yeah, I think the thing with the Rapture is, like, he's an attraction character. Like, he's somebody that we shouldn't see every week. So we just need to figure out something we'd want to do with him. Because I'd be down to, like, put him on the show. But also, like, I feel like we need a good reason to put him on the show. To, like, make him show up. And I just don't know what that is. But if you want to, like, kind of brainstorm some ideas in the Discord, I'd be 100% down to figure out something where we can make him a feature. Alright. That is an interesting idea. Yeah, I've got some ideas on some things we can, like, play off of that, that I will not say out loud on air. But, like, that already, like, has me thinking about some stuff we could do. Okay, yeah, I've got some ideas for some sketches that can kind of go with that. Also, write that down in the Discord, because I will forget before next week that that is a thing we discussed here, because that's a thing that I do. But otherwise, the Orlando Kurt London match and the Antonio Las Cobb match were both fantastic matches. I know I said, looks like this just wrapped up. Like, I do want to have a Kurt London versus Mag.Lo match at some point, but I also, like, want to build up to that because I think that will be a fantastic match. But damn, Kurt London just doesn't put on bad matches. But I'm getting ready to go off air. Let me see if anybody in my clique is streaming that I can throw you to, give y'all something to watch. And then I'm going to bail out here. Let's see. It looks like Blake is doing some Hollow Knight. So I think I might throw you guys over to Blake. But as always, very much appreciate you guys for stopping by. We do this every Sunday night at roughly 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/MondayCindy. Of course, we also do the hockey streams at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/MondayCindy. That's going to be myself and Heavy Kira, where we play NHL 20 and then talk about esports and maybe some other shit. I am for real going to be streaming Night in the Woods, probably starting this week, because that's a good game. It's a good game that I highly recommend. And anything else I do is kind of bonus. But once again, thank you so much for coming by, and hope to see you next week.